Greetings to one and all. My name is Pranav and today I will be explaining my experiment, the climb and splash. This is a roller coaster car that is able to roll upwards without any physical, electrical or magnetic influence. How is this possible? Let's find out. Now, I'd like to draw your attention to the shape of this coaster car. It is a double cone and also the tracks. They are not actually just an inclined plane. They are inclined tracks that are set apart at an angle of 10 degrees. Meanwhile, they are elevated on the structure at an angle of 3 degrees. So, the laws of mechanics actually state that the center of mass of any object possesses the tendency to reduce itself on an inclined plane by sliding down it or by any other means to lose its potential energy. Just because the center of mass reduces does not necessarily extend to the fact that the center of mass should actually roll down an inclined plane. There are certain ways by which it can ascend to achieve a lower center of mass, and this is exactly what happens here. Now, what exactly is a center of mass? Let us take this plank to see what it is. If I bring my two fingers to two sides of this plank, they are actually balanced. Now, if I slide my fingers to the center, they still maintain perfect balance. This center point where the object maintains perfect balance is called its center of mass. And here, for the cone, the center of mass happens to be its geometrical center. So when on the tracks, when the double cone slides down, it's actually going uphill, but the center of mass ends up at a lower position than when it was earlier. So it's still following the laws of mechanics while showing us an apparent illusion. But this magical property of the double cone only extends up to a certain condition, and that condition is tan beta tan gamma is greater than sine alpha. So what exactly is this condition? Well, if the inclination of the plane, that is this angle over here, is alpha, and then the angle at which the tracks are set apart is 2 beta, and the angle formed by the vertex of the double cone is 2 gamma, then this condition applies accordingly. Now, only as long as this condition is followed will this double cone roll uphill. But the angles will vary based on the purpose for which we choose. For instance, in my case, I want this double cone to fall off at the end. So if I want it to fall off at the end, through trials and errors I found that the best angle of inclination of my tracks has to be 3 degrees, and the angle at which the tracks are set apart has to be 10 degrees. This way I am assured that every time I roll, it always falls off at the end. I would like to thank my school for providing me with this opportunity by nominating me, especially my physics teacher Miss Archana for helping me navigate through the ocean of science to find my best fit. I'd also like to extend a special thanks to my mother for supporting me and encouraging me throughout this process. And finally, I would like to extend a big thanks to ThinkTac for providing me with this opportunity to showcase my love for science. Thank you so much.